Hi, this is Karl-James Langford on channel 012-1975. It's Tuesday, the 16th of December 2014. Keep the video log really brief today. Thanks for everybody watching. I got really annoyed today about news that the government spent over £30 million on an inquiry involving soldiers in Iraq, and I'm just thinking something that is going to cause lots of problems because our soldiers were accused of beating up Iraqi detainees and all the rest of it. There's been an inquiry. It's cost £30 million, and what's going to happen is we in Britain are going to be targeted by Islamic extremists because of this inquiry, and we wasted £30 million and the people in our own country actually starving. What an absolute waste of money. All they should have done is the soldiers that were accused of sort of doing things to Iraqi detainees, just take them behind the bike's shed, just give them a few good old beatings, a few broken noses, and that would have made sure our British soldiers wouldn't have done it again. No harm would have been done, but a lesson would have been proven, and that's what it would have done in the old days. But now we've got to waste £30 million, and this country might be going into a recession. What an absolute waste of money. But that's what we do in this country. We don't look after our own people. Anyway, that's a good old moan. I thought Jake and others are asking about lost days, and yes, we are going to get into it and really start working with it, as I've been saying the past couple of days. I'm going to have a good old look at the script as I promised next Tuesday, because I've got a bit of time to do it then. And I might be doing a little bit of casting a couple more people for Lost Days. I haven't changed the perspective or angle of it, but that's going to be an interesting one to see if it feels as fresh now as it did a few months back, and I'm sure it really does feel that way. Today I had an appointment at the big hospital in Cardiff, the Heath. Nothing major, just a few tests, but the usual thing. I had a blood test. I ended up flaking out as usual, and they had to put me in the seat and then gradually get me to drink some water to bring me back around. Very bizarre. It always happens, and I don't know, I got this fear of needles and injections. That's why I don't like dentists. What else happened today? I was teaching my my archaeology class in the evening, my Skype class. But before I mention anything more about that, I've been planning more about the acting class on the 7th of January in Barry at St Nicholas Community Hall at 7:50. So anyone interested, then let me know. We're starting to get details out, and Tom should be putting posters all around the town by the time everybody watches this message, and hopefully people will be starting to be interested in it. So what's the situation? The situation is with my teaching. This evening I've been teaching my Skype class for my Arnside students and my Barry students, and we've been looking at the Carthaginians and Hannibal, and the Carthaginians being the peoples that took over from where the Phoenicians left. And we looked at the Phoenicians last week, and we looked at the Etruscans week before, and this week we're looking at the Carthaginians. So it was a good exploration, bringing sort of the whole look about sort of key peoples in the Mediterranean to an end, and it's sort of all linked together nicely, and then eventually the defeat of Carthage by the Romans in 146, and then the Romans at that stage would take over at the battle in 32 BC. They would take over Egypt. They had already taken over Greece, and the Romans start to take over everywhere and become that great power. But it's good to have a look at the Carthaginians and Hannibal in the Second Punic Wars, asserting his prowess as a military genius at the Battle of Cannae, but eventually he was defeated on his own territory in North Africa, and Hannibal basically went into exile. So it was really good looking at that, and we'll look at that in greater detail on Thursday. I thought I'd open the video this evening with a snap that I took of my two children and my friend James when we were in Glastonbury just over 10 days ago. So I thought I'd put that in there. And basically, also Tom wanted me to put some music back at the beginnings and at the ends of these video logs. That's what I'll do, back on popular demand, but if they get on people's tits again, then obviously I'll take it away. Hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's video about bollocks chess, and obviously other bits and pieces. Hopefully you enjoyed all that yesterday. Anyway, this is Karl-James Langford for my video log on the 16th of December, and Christmas is getting very close. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe for those that ain't subscribed. I'd be very, very grateful if you do.